The Panama Canal stands as a testament to human ingenuity and ambition. This 50-mile waterway, completed in 1914, carves through the Isthmus of Panama, connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans. Its construction was a monumental task, fraught with challenges from disease to daunting engineering feats. The canal's locks, which raise and lower ships over 85 feet, are marvels of engineering. Before the canal, ships sailing between the east coast of the United States and the west coast faced a perilous journey around the tip of South America. The Panama Canal shortened this voyage by thousands of miles, saving time, money, and lives. It became a vital artery for global trade, facilitating the movement of goods and people between the Americas, Europe, and Asia. Before the Panama Canal was constructed, ships sailing between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans faced a daunting and often perilous obstacle: Cape Horn. This treacherous headland at the southernmost tip of South America was notorious for its fierce winds, high seas, and unpredictable currents, making it one of the most dangerous maritime passages in the world. The journey around Cape Horn was long, arduous, and fraught with danger. Sailors had to be constantly vigilant, as the weather could change in an instant, turning calm seas into a raging tempest. Sailors spoke of the roaring 40s and furious 50s, referring to the powerful westerly winds that battered ships as they rounded the Cape. These winds were relentless, and navigating through them required immense skill and courage. These winds could reach hurricane force, whipping up massive waves that threatened to capsize even the sturdiest vessels. The sheer power of the ocean in this region was awe-inspiring and terrifying. The waters around Cape Horn were also notoriously cold and icy, posing an additional hazard to ships and their crews. Icebergs and freezing temperatures added to the already formidable challenges. The journey around Cape Horn could take weeks or even months, depending on the weather conditions. Ships had to be prepared for extended voyages, with enough supplies to last through the unpredictable and often harsh conditions. Ships often faced delays due to storms, calms, or navigational challenges. The unpredictability of the weather meant that even the best-laid plans could be thrown into disarray. The long voyage also took a toll on the health of the crew, who were exposed to the elements, disease, and malnutrition. The harsh conditions tested the endurance and resilience of even the most experienced sailors. Many ships and sailors were lost in the treacherous waters off Cape Horn. The numerous shipwrecks and memorials stand as a testament to the perilous nature of this maritime route. The perils of Cape Horn underscored the need for a shorter and safer route between the Atlantic and Pacific. The dangerous passage highlighted the necessity for an alternative that could ensure the safety of ships and their crews. The Panama Canal, with its relatively calm waters and controlled environment, offered a much-needed alternative for global shipping. It provided a safer and more efficient route, significantly reducing the risks and challenges faced by sailors navigating around Cape Horn. The Panama Canal's completion in 1914 marked a turning point in global trade. By connecting the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, the canal significantly reduced shipping distances and costs. Goods could now travel between the east coast of the United States and the west coast in a matter of days, rather than weeks or months. The canal's impact was felt worldwide. It opened up new markets for goods and raw materials, facilitating trade between Europe, Asia, and the Americas. The Panama Canal also played a key role in the growth of international shipping, as larger and more efficient vessels were built to take advantage of the shorter route. The Panama Canal's impact on the United States was particularly profound. It enhanced the country's naval power by allowing the U.S. Navy to quickly move ships between the Atlantic and Pacific fleets. The canal also stimulated economic growth on both coasts, as ports and industries expanded to handle the increased flow of goods. Expanding for the future. The Panama Canal's growth. As global trade continued to expand, the Panama Canal faced growing demands. The canal, a crucial artery for international maritime trade, was increasingly under pressure to accommodate the ever-growing size and volume of global shipping traffic. The original locks, built in the early 20th century, were too small to accommodate the massive container ships and tankers that had become the backbone of international shipping. These locks, once a marvel of engineering, were now a bottleneck in the global supply chain. In 2016, after years of meticulous planning and construction, a major expansion project was completed. This project was not just an upgrade but a transformation, aimed at ensuring the canal's relevance in the 21st century. The Panama Canal expansion project added a new set of locks, wider and deeper than the original ones. These new locks, known as the post-Panamax locks, were designed to handle the larger vessels that dominate modern shipping. These post-Panamax locks can handle ships carrying up to 14,000 20-foot equivalent units, more than double the capacity of the old locks. This significant increase in capacity has been a game-changer for global trade. The expansion also included extensive dredging and widening of navigation channels to improve traffic flow. This allowed for smoother and more efficient passage of ships through the canal, reducing delays and increasing throughput. The Panama Canal expansion project was a major engineering feat, costing over $5 billion and involving the excavation of millions of cubic meters of earth and rock. The scale of this project was immense, requiring advanced technology and a highly skilled workforce. The expansion has significantly increased the canal's capacity and efficiency, allowing it to handle the larger vessels that are now commonplace in global shipping. This has solidified the Panama Canal's position as a vital link in the global supply chain, ensuring its continued importance for decades to come. China's ambitions, the Belt and Road Initiative. In recent decades, China has emerged as a global economic powerhouse with its trade and investment reaching every corner of the world. As part of its ambitious economic strategy, China has launched the Belt and Road Initiative, a massive infrastructure development program aimed at connecting China to markets in Asia, Europe, Africa, and beyond. The Belt and Road Initiative involves the construction of roads, railways, ports, pipelines, and other infrastructure projects across more than 70 countries. The initiative is seen as a way for China to expand its economic and political influence, while also promoting development in participating countries. The Belt and Road Initiative has generated both excitement and controversy. Supporters see it as a potential game-changer for global trade, while critics raise concerns about debt traps, environmental damage, and China's growing geopolitical clout. The initiative's impact on global trade patterns and geopolitics remains to be seen. A new route emerges: the proposed Nicaragua Canal. While the Panama Canal has long dominated the Central American Isthmus as the primary route for ships traveling between the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans, it has become a crucial artery for global maritime trade, handling a significant portion of the world's shipping traffic. A new contender has emerged: the proposed Nicaragua Canal. This ambitious project aims to provide an alternative route that could alleviate congestion and offer a new strategic passage for international shipping. This ambitious project, if realized, would create a rival waterway through Nicaragua, potentially reshaping global trade routes and geopolitical dynamics. The canal would stretch over 170 miles, connecting the Caribbean Sea with the Pacific Ocean and passing through Lake Nicaragua, one of the largest freshwater lakes in Central America. The Nicaragua Canal project has been a subject of discussion and debate for centuries. Historical records show that the idea of constructing a canal through Nicaragua dates back to the early 19th century, with various proposals and plans being put forward over the years. The idea of a canal through Nicaragua, which has a narrower landmass than Panama, has been explored since the 19th century. Engineers and surveyors have long recognized the potential benefits of such a route, given the country's unique geographical features. However, various factors, including political instability, engineering challenges, and financial constraints, have prevented its realization. The region's tumultuous history and the immense technical difficulties involved in such a massive infrastructure project have posed significant hurdles. In recent years, interest in the Nicaragua Canal has been revived, fueled by China's growing economic might and its search for alternative shipping routes. The rise of China's global trade ambitions has brought new momentum to the project, with the potential to transform the region's economic landscape. A Chinese company, HKND Group, was granted a concession by the Nicaraguan government to develop and operate the canal for a period of 50 years, with an option to extend for another 50 years. This agreement marks a significant step forward in the potential realization of the Nicaragua Canal. If completed, the Nicaragua Canal could become one of the most significant infrastructure projects of the 21st century, offering a new gateway for global trade and altering the dynamics of international shipping.